Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Jen, and for today's video I'm going to be sharing with you all what chores look like in our house, in our family, what it looks like during like the homeschool season. And so, you know, through the years the chores have changed, and as my kids get older the chores change, as schedules get different the chores change. But you know, it's pretty much a year-round thing because it really is just life, right? It's life skills, participating in the family and the running of the household. It's just important to us that the kids have some sense of ownership and responsibility for our things, for our home, and just contributing to the things that everybody takes part in, the things that everybody uses, and just how it helps in contributing to our house running a little bit smoother. So because we homeschool, and if you are a fellow homeschooler, you will know, like, you're in your home more than if you were, you know, sending your kids to school. Like, you're using your home all the time, all the rooms, the bathrooms, the kitchen. Like, it's just constantly being used by you or by your kids. It can very, very quickly get out of control. So like I said, this is a year-round thing. We don't take breaks from chores because we're constantly using the house, whether it's summer break or not. But I usually use our new homeschool year to kind of revamp the chores. I look through the chore charts and I reassign things, or maybe take things away or add things in. I look at our schedule. I look at, like, for instance, right, my oldest this year, he started college, and so he's on a very different day-to-day schedule than we are, and so I had to take that into consideration. He still lives at home, so he is still responsible for contributing to things, but you know, it's going to be a little different for him than for everybody else. And so I find that come September, when I can take a look at what our days look like, what our evenings look like in terms of any extracurriculars or things like that, I can put together an appropriate like schedule for that season. And also, you know, everybody's a year older, and so their duties and their responsibilities change as well. So I thought I would kind of go through that with you guys. I know sometimes it's just kind of nice to see maybe what other people are doing, or maybe get ideas for chores to have your kids do, and maybe things depending on their age and stuff like that. It's not about copying, you know, what someone else does, but maybe this will just give you some ideas for some things if you're looking to implement something like that with your own kids. And also, side note, before anybody asks, my kids don't get an allowance. It's neither here or there. I have no official stance on it necessarily. I don't think it's right or wrong if that's what you want to do. We don't look at it that way. We look at it as what I kind of said at the start. If you live in the house and you enjoy using all the things, we all contribute. We all contribute to it because we are a family, and we know that including us, everyone else around us will benefit from the work that we do. So that's sort of our take on the whole thing. I basically have our life, our schedule is all up on our fridge. Everything from morning times, like what are we do in our morning time, our homeschool sort of flow, and then chores, activity schedules, as much for me as it is for the kids. But then there's not constantly like where they're asking. They can quickly reference it. I can also quickly reference it to make sure that things are getting done, you know, and I can see clearly whose responsibility is what on any given day or any given week. Oh, it's this side. Okay. I just literally stick it in and I keep the old ones in there. So, okay, this is the new side. So I'm just gonna, I'll maybe do a shot for you guys to just take a quick look at it, but I'm just gonna go through from oldest to youngest and give you guys a glimpse into what our chores look like. So we have afternoon chores, and then we have after dinner chores. Afternoon chores are basically when school's done. So as soon as school is finished for the day, the kids go and they do their chore for that afternoon. We have dinner and everybody pitches in for dinner and has an after dinner chore to do as well. For our afternoon chores, their chores change according to day, but they are doing the exact same chores every week, if that makes sense. So for my oldest son, Elijah, basically what I did, I said he's in college, is I looked through his schedule. I know now when he's in classes, generally when he's home. Again, with him, you know, there's obviously a little bit of like flexibility because he may not come home right away or things might change with school, all that kind of stuff. So I do keep that in mind, but it's just a rough idea. If he's around at some point when he's here, these are the things he's going to do. Mondays, he's vacuuming the whole downstairs, including the stairs and the landing. Tuesdays, he's cleaning we call it the kids' bathroom. It's the main bathroom that the kids use. He's responsible for cleaning, like, you know, spraying, wiping toilet floors, mirrors, countertops, like all of that. He's responsible for cleaning the kids' bathroom. Wednesday, he sprays and wipes the kitchen appliances. Thursday is his day to load and start the dishwasher in the afternoon. And then Fridays, he sweeps / vacuums the kitchen and wet mops it. So those are all of his weekly chores, and then the next week it starts all over again. Then for my oldest daughter, Finley, Mondays she is cleaning the kids' shower. Tuesdays is her day to load and start the dishwasher. Wednesdays she's sweeping. She's giving all our hard floors downstairs, so kitchen, homeschool room, bathroom, entrance, sweeping all the hard floors. Thursdays she's vacuuming everything up here on the second level. And then Fridays, she is doing a clean and tidy of our entrance. So that's basically the floors, the carpet, putting away shoes, making sure that like our little console table doesn't have like random things and trash on it. So basically just doing a complete clean and tidy of the entrance. Okay, and then for Shiloh, she's my middle daughter. Oh, and by the way, I'll give you the ages. Sorry, Elijah is 19, Finley is 17, Shiloh is going to be turning 15, okay? Her chores consist of tidying and vacuuming the entrance on Mondays. So I have Finley doing it on Fridays, kind of at the end of the week, and then usually during the weekend, it gets really busy on the weekend, in and out, in and out, in and out. And so Mondays, Shiloh will be doing the entrance as well. Tuesdays, I have her doing a load of just the kids, all of the kids' bath towels in the laundry. Wednesdays, she is vacuuming the couch. Thursdays, spraying and wiping all the kitchen cabinets. And then Friday is her day to load and start the dishwasher. And then my son Grayson, who is 13, Mondays is his day to load and start the dishwasher. Tuesdays, he is cleaning our two-piece, like our powder room bathroom on the main floor. So same thing as my older son. Last year, I had my two older daughters on those tasks. One had the kid bathroom and one had the two-piece bathroom. So this year I have my two oldest sons doing it. Wednesdays, he's emptying all the garbages around the house. So bathrooms, homeschool room, we have a little lint garbage in the laundry room, all of that he empties. Thursdays, he is cleaning and tidying the entrance. Our entrance takes a beating. And then Friday, he is spraying and wiping down all the windows and the windowsills. My second youngest daughter, Avia, I'm kind of gonna combine because my daughter Avia, she's 11, and my youngest daughter, she's 7. And so what I have them doing is on Mondays, I have them together because they share a room, and so their laundry, like they put all their stuff in the same laundry basket. So I have them on Mondays together doing a load of their own laundry. And they already know how to do all this because last year they were like shadowing me as I did laundry. And so now I have them paired up together. On Tuesdays as well, they are combined. Tuesdays I have them, they share a room. They have to do a half an hour tidy at the end of the day. They have to spend tidying their room because they probably play, like in terms of toys, right? They're the youngest. They play the most in their room, and their room I'm so happy that they love playing. But between the Barbies and the accessories and the LOL dolls and the accessories and all the things, their room just gets instantly messy like in no time. And that's aside from any time where I'm just like, you need to clean your room. And then for Avia, so for my 11-year-old, on Wednesdays I have her doing a load of dishes in the dishwasher. Thursdays she is going to be dusting all of the flat surfaces, any furniture. She's going to be dusting all the furniture. And then Fridays she will be spraying and wiping down all of the homeschool desks at the end of the week. Everly, so Monday and Tuesday, she's doing those joint tasks with Avia. So Everly, she's 7. Wednesdays, she will be spraying and wiping down all of the door handles. You know, the germ contact areas, the door handles, you'd be surprised. So she will be spraying and wiping down all the little door handles on all the doors. On Thursdays, she tidies the family room. So basically that's just like, they play in there sometimes too, my 2 little girls. So tidying up any toys they've left behind, books, the blankets on the couch, the pillows, if there's any trash or wrappers or anything on the ground, she's responsible to clean that up in the family room. And then on Fridays, she will be spraying and wiping down the chairs in the homeschool room. So I have my 11-year-old doing the desks on Fridays, and she will be doing the chairs. Now they use the homeschool room even on the weekends. I say to close off the homeschool room for the week, but honestly, it gets used like all the time, but still, just to kind of give it a like clean at the end of the week. So that is our just every single week. That's their chores pretty much until next fall. This is what they will be doing the entire year. And this is just like, it keeps the house going in decent condition. And then aside from that, in terms of during the day, I talked about in our homeschool schedule that whoever's day it is to fill and start the dishwasher in the afternoon, that is also the same person who unloads the dishwasher in the morning from the night before. And also during homeschool time, everybody has also been assigned a day of doing lunches. I just switched some of the days around again based on my son being in college. As of now though, he is off on Fridays, so I gave him Fridays because, you know, he'll be at home most of the time. He'll be here. If he's not here, obviously that's different, but if he's here, we will still have lunch together. And then I have Mondays, and I have little girls helping me make lunch on Mondays, Grayson on Tuesdays, Shiloh on Wednesdays, Finley on Thursdays, and my oldest son on Fridays. The key is to try to not repeat what was made the day before, so that we're not having the exact same thing every single day. Basic idea is to have the main thing. So whether it's something that we heat up in the oven, we have a couple things I buy from Costco sometimes, like taquitos or mini pizzas, the little mini hot dog rolls, like that's maybe once a week, if that. So unless it's something like that, it'll be just like a sandwich or a toasted bagel, something like that. Maybe some mac and cheese. Alongside that, they know they can have something crunchy, you know, popcorn or some sort of a chip or something like that, crunchy. But then also like a yogurt or applesauce type thing, and then fruit, apples, bananas, whatever, grapes, whatever we have on hand. And so I just said to them, right, like just try not to make it exactly the same as whatever lunch was the day before. So everybody pitches in for lunches as well. And then moving on, we have our after dinner chore chart. The difference between this and, you know, like our afternoon chore chart is that this basically the same chores, just cycled through different weeks, different kids. Because it's just after dinner chores, and so it's essentially the same things need to be done every single time, but I want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to do all the things at some point. So I've divided it up by weeks. So we have week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. Each week for that entire week, you are on the same chore from like Monday to Sunday. And then the following week, the chores switch people. or the people switch chores, but then it is the exact same every single night. So I'll give you an idea of what the chores are, and then like I said, just every week the next person does. It's kind of like rotating through the same chores. Somebody is responsible to clear and wipe the table and put away any leftovers, you know, like in the fridge or whatever, and into containers and stuff like that. Put everything back on the table, so if we have like a little table runner or whatever. And then that person also does the recycling, takes out the recycling. The next person has to empty the dishwasher. So this is now the dishwasher is being empty from the person who did it after school. Emptying the dishwasher and putting away all the clean dishes. The next person is spraying and clearing and wiping down all the counters. So if there's anything left on the counters from dinner prep or anything like that, they have to put all that away. They have to spray all the counters down, wipe them. That also includes cleaning the stovetop. The next person, their job is to load the dishwasher and empty the kitchen garbage, because usually by that point, right, like from the morning, because you know we're all home, so we're eating all our meals at home, so usually by the time we get there, may be the odd night that the garbage is not full enough to empty, but honestly I would say most nights it's ready to be done. Somebody's job is also to tidy up the family room area at night, because usually, you know, like between school being done and dinner, everything's gotten all dishevelly, and usually it's one of the little girls that I have doing this because it's not a huge job. Someone else is responsible for cleaning the kitchen floor. So whether that's sweeping or vacuuming, I usually give them the option, as long it just needs to be done well. Some kids prefer to sweep, some kids prefer to vacuum. So with the little girls, like I said, I usually either have them doing the tidy of the family room or vacuuming or like sweeping the kitchen floor. Aside from that, I usually have them helping somebody. The reason I have them helping with certain chores is just because of not because they're not capable of doing it, because they are, but it's more just like the handling of the dishes. You know what I mean? We've had quite a few broken dishes. I want to teach them and I want them to do the things, but I just find that if they're alongside somebody else, they can kind of just not do the breakable things and also not try to reach for the things they can't reach for. So if I have like only one of them trying to put leftovers away and get the containers down from the cupboards, and like, it's just a bit much. Some things like that, I wait till they get a little bit older, a little bit taller. But they're still doing it, right? They're just doing it alongside a sibling. And I also like the idea that they just work alongside somebody else, because they can see it being done. Just nice, because sometimes they're paired up with someone that maybe they don't necessarily spend that much time with, and it's just like, I don't know, you wouldn't think, because it's like chores, right? Kids don't love doing chores, but you'd be surprised, you know what I mean, when they're like, I'll say forced. You know what I'm saying though, right? Like they have to be there doing it together, and it's just the dynamic and the banter, and they kind of like have fun together doing it. So I feel like in everything, including household tasks and chores, there's just like always, it's more than just the thing, right? So, you know, it may, to some people, it may be like, wow, you were like strict and you got your kids like, it's not so much that though, right? It's the like learning responsibility. I also want my kids to be able to, as they get older, to manage a household, my boys and my girls, right? Like I want my girls to be able to feel confident to run a household. I want my boys to be able to do tasks around the house and not feel like clueless as to how to take out recycling and do garbage and even, you know, mop a floor. Like I want my kids to be able to do their own laundry. Does that mean that I don't do any of these things, or that my husband doesn't do any of these things? Of course we do. We do. But it's more like the teaching of it and them being able to do it. I think that gives your kids confidence. As much as they may complain or whatever, it's like my kids don't like need me to do their laundry. They know how to do their own laundry, so they don't have to wait for me. They are competent enough to do it themselves, you know. If they need to make a meal, they can maneuver around the kitchen and they know what to do. They know where things go, what cleaners to use, and clean a bathroom and a toilet and all that. Like that's just like real life skills, and to be able to do it with us here, and then to be able to help their like siblings to do it, it's just so rewarding. And I think, I mean, they're not necessarily going to be like, thanks mom, you know, thanks for giving me all the chores, but you and I both know that like later on in life, whether they're living on their own or with a family, these are all very practical things that I feel like it's just doing a disservice to them by me, like for my husband and I doing everything for them is just not helpful in so many ways. I appreciate it. The thing is, I appreciate it too as the person who is home. It really is a blessing to me. It's a blessing to everybody because, you know, I've talked about this before, but everybody benefits when everybody pitches in. My kids have gotten older and they've been able to take on more and be more responsible. It's definitely been helpful and a blessing to me for sure. It takes a lot of the load off. Definitely somebody who deals with chronic pain like I do. I mean, I do the things regardless, but I'm just saying that when you get to a point and you really feel like your kids are at an age where they really can be so helpful to you, there's nothing quite like it. And it just makes me feel good about, you know, every year they're getting closer and closer to launching on their own at some point. And so I just want to feel like I've prepared them for that. And, you know, this is part of how we do that. And again, that is also part of the reason why we don't do allowances when it comes to these kinds of daily tasks. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you got something from it. Hopefully it helped you out a little bit. Maybe you can take some of what we've implemented here at home and use it in your own house. Let me know down below how you kind of work things out. Do you pay an allowance to your kids? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Thank you so much for watching. Like always, I really appreciate everybody who comes to my channel, who watches my content. It means so much to me. I'm always hoping that you leave here feeling better than you did when you came. Don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe if you're new. You can follow me on Instagram. It's Modern Mom for Life over there. And I will see you in my next video.